Blackstone, there's this great piece out. I can't remember who wrote it. What was the byline on that? I can't remember. Some Jason Kelly guy about exactly how John Gray is going to take over this company. So tell us about it.
Well, I mean, so this is, John Gray has been long sort of talked about, I think, in more quiet ways on Wall Street. We can't get enough of this cover.
I love that cover. Oh my gosh.
You can say it again.
Right. It's a great day for bald men. Yeah, it's a great week for bald men, really.
My husband would be very proud.
And, what's interesting about John Gray, who does, we should point out, have a nice head of hair, this is a moment on Wall Street, not just at the big banks, but in private equity, where the titans, the tycoons, are starting to do some real succession planning. John Gray is interesting because he's never worked anywhere other than Blackstone. He came straight out of UPenn, and he built this business. His challenge, as we point out in the story, is going to be, can he sort of spread that magic dust on the rest of the businesses, on private equity, on hedge funds, and on credit, all of which are very competitive.
One thing that I thought was interesting was how people in the story were saying that John Gray revolutionized real estate investing. What do they mean by that?
Well, what he really saw was that there were publicly traded real estate assets that were undervalued. And so he did, over the course of about a decade or more, almost 30 public to private transactions where he took a real estate asset, took it private, Hilton being sort of the big example of that.
Yeah.
And between Hilton and Equity Office Properties, which were 2007 era deals, Blackstone and its investors made upwards of $20 billion in profits.
Not so shabby.